you've warned a few times now that Trump might use the military in connection with the 2026 elections. What specifically are you worried about, and what do you think can be done about it?
So we're seeing the agents themselves dressed as soldiers marching in a major city, in several major cities, causing mayhem and hoping to bring in more soldiers, right? These folks, nobody knows the difference between somebody wearing camouflage and holding an automatic weapon who happens to be an ICE agent and someone who's doing this, wearing the same thing, who's a soldier. So the normalization of that is what I think their aim is. And, they keep expanding more cities. Another thing that's happened, and very few people paying attention, you probably are, which is they demanded, the DOJ did, our voter data, not just ours in Illinois, every state's voter data. Why? They won't tell us why. And actually, what they seem to be looking for, remember back to the 2020 elections, is they want to be able to find voter fraud, which lots of organizations have been looking for voter fraud, as you know, for a long time. There's very little voter fraud going on, very little. Next year, when we have a November election, I think you're going to see two things that occur. One, you won't have had any results from this mass collection of data, voter data. And then the second is you're going to have soldiers or people dressed as soldiers at polling places saying, we're protecting your voting rights. This is about voter integrity. And then the possibility that they'll be doing what Michael Flynn urged the president to do back in 2020, which is seize the ballot boxes at the polling places so that we can have the military do a fair count. Now, if you put all the things together that are happening right now, that wouldn't surprise me at all. Think about how hard they fought on this issue of whether the election had been stolen in 2020, right? The January 6th riot being an example of that, but lots of other things. And then all of those people at January 6th, being pardoned. All of that, put all those together and ask yourself, do you think what I just said is completely ridiculous? Do you think what I just said is something that's really possible with Trump as president and Stephen Miller in the White House and all the same people kind of advising the president that are at the edges of the law?